Man, I hope you're thirsty, because I'm here with Divya Gugnani from BehindTheBurner.com to talk about some kooky, creepy, but very thirst-quenching holiday cocktails. And we're talking about Halloween. You start with really the taste of the season.
I really do, because apple is what I think about when I think about the fall. And so I've incorporated apple cider into all of these 3 cocktails.
Oh, let's get started here.
The first is the spiced caramel apple. So if you loved caramel apples as a kid, this is the adult version. You start off with a little bit of ginger liqueur.
Yes.
And Van Gogh Dutch caramel vodka.
Dutch caramel
Can you
vodka.
Imagine? You can get caramel vodka, and this is it. It's quite tasty. A little bit of apple cider, some lemon juice. You kind of shake it up with some ice, strain it, and pour it in the glass. And a beautiful garnish is just rimming the glass with agave.
Wow.
And then turning it clockwise into crushed ginger snap cookies.
The ginger continuing the theme there.
Absolutely. And if you didn't have ginger snap cookies, you could always do cinnamon.
Okay, well, the next cocktail is a little trick and a treat. And it starts with that skull.
It does. It's the Skulled Holiday Cider. And the excitement about this is this crystal head vodka, which is in the skull shape, which is perfect for a Halloween party.
Oh boy.
That's going to be a nice, decoration to your table. And what you do here is you take a shaker with some ice, put in the vodka, some vanilla schnapps. You could use vanilla liqueur as well. A touch of bitters.
Bitters. I'm not a fan of bitters. What do you like about them?
I like bitters because they add a little bit of plant, earthy, floral qualities. It adds a little depth to the taste of the cocktail. But you got to go light on it. You can't overpower it.
Light on the bitters.
Light on the bitters, a little bit of ginger ale, garnish with a beautiful apple slice. In this case, a very big one that you can actually dunk into the cocktail and eat your alcoholic fruit.
All right, we're going to continue with the apple cider, passing it down to a little venom, you tell me?
Absolutely. This is the sparkling venom. This is one of my favorite cocktails. I do equal parts of apple cider over ice with an equal part of spiced rum here.
And it's easy to find spiced rum in the stores, especially now, right?
This is the time of year where you're really going to see it. It's really around the holidays and getting close to Christmas that you see a lot of it. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a little bit of simple syrup, because you really want to add a little sweetness to this with the champagne. Champagne can be a little dry.
And that's just the water and the sugar concoction, right?
Yes. It's got spiced rum, apple cider, a little bit of simple syrup, a little bit of ice, and I'm just going to shake it up lightly. It doesn't really need much of a shake at all, especially since you're doing champagne. You don't need much of that.
Champagne? Yeah, that's enough in itself.
That is. I'm going to put this here so you can actually see it.
Okay.
I'm just going to pour this out a
little bit.
Nice and
frothy. And look at that color.
So I'm going almost 3/4 up with this.
And how do you top this off, Divya?
Champagne, as always, a fantastic, fantastic topper to this. Add a little bubble, add a little sparkle. And for garnish, I like to just sprinkle on top of it a little bit of cinnamon. You see how it's floating on top of that froth right over there? It looks beautiful like that. You can kind of see it floating.
No need to be thirsty. Where can people find these divine cocktail recipes, my dear?
All at BehindTheBurner.com.